game show. It's the Sinkhole. I'm Nick.
I'm Steve. What the hell's the game show?
I'm Casey. Yeah, I think you.
Game Award.
There you go. I was like, a game show is anything on the Game Show Network.
I mean,
it would still be accurate.
It still stands.
Yeah, that's true.
Uh,
So
how's everyone?
You want to explain to me why
Maybe.
I am a member of a? Let me restate this. I was a member of a group from your sister that involved, like, I don't know. It was all involved a dog, and I had to buy things that supported a dog, and I don't understand what I joined.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
She sent a thing that was like, hey, join Moose's Amazon purchase list. And I was like, why am I doing this for a dog? And I left the group immediately because like the only other lady who kept posting was like a Scentsy representative. I'm like, I'm not buying your candles.
Nope. No, I legit have no clue what, because I did not even get an invite.
It was the weirdest thing I ever clicked.
I did also recently get invited to something similar where it was like a friend from college's Christmas cooking party or whatever, and it was just like nothing but ads. It has to be like the next generation of pyramid scheme.
Pyramid schemes are the
you
worst.
could just create a public wish list on Amazon and see
No,
what people
dude,
buy for you.
it all involves like a Tupperware lady.
Huh. Maybe she was
I have
hacked.
no clue.
She just doesn't know.
I'm pretty positive
Yeah.
it was Scentsy. I'm next to positive it was Scentsy.
Okay.
But all I know is it was named after Moose, and I was like, this is no. And I left.
Yep. Correct.
I'm good,
Yeah,
thanks
this
for
was
asking.
where Steph gets into a pyramid scheme.
She would fall for that too.
Let's
be real.
But they were so nice. Yeah,
Right.
lot
There's a
to
lot.
go over.
And her husband.
Yeah.
like,
One,
I'm
we
just
were
gonna
what,
go
like
play Diablo
50%
3.
on the Game Awards in our predictions.
I didn't go back and like look at all of them, but I would say we were definitely above 50, probably maybe in the 60s.
All I know is that 12-year-old won, and I called it, and you guys said no, the 12-year-old's not going to win it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that esports kid?
Yeah. Where is he?
Yeah, I don't
Anytime
fully
you see
understand that one.
A young Korean boy with a bowl cut and glasses. that
Okay,
could
hold on.
be-
Showmaker?
It's the top esports
Yeah.
player.
Hyo-Soo Showmaker, League of Legends.
I don't know who this.
Congratulations.
I don't know who this kid is.
Watch him be like 28.
He's 20.
Okay, he's a kid then. Fair enough.
Obviously, he's South Korean. This makes sense.
Obviously.
Among his celebrity fans is K-pop idol Lee Sun-mi of Wonder
Oh,
Girls.
shit. Nice.
Hmm.
I only know that band because I found a K-pop station on Sirius XM.
Dude, I love
Nice.
K-pop, not gonna lie.
It's a legit good station.
So he was on the winning team for Worlds 2020. Then the Korean Summer Playoffs, they won first place. Korean Summer, they won first place. Then he was down to 5th and 6th. 2019, they won the regional finals. Thanks. I literally didn't know who this kid was. No, I've also admitted on stream, I don't know I don't follow League of Legends.
Right?
But I swear to God, I thought G2 won Worlds this year. I'm apparently very wrong.
Very wrong.
Okay. Do we want to talk about what made Nick real mad?
Which
Sure.
How Among Us won like every category it was in.
Oh, yeah.
the two whole ones, just because it did not come out this year, but I understand. It's whatever. I think we were right with that prediction, though,
Yeah.
or at least one of the Among Us.
We were
We were-
right
I
on
think we
actually
were-
a lot of these.
We were right on like a lot of the smaller categories.
We were totally right with the innovation of accessibility with Last of Us 2.
Well, yeah.
I think
We called that one.
Yeah, Alex. We called best community. Yeah, I
We
think
called
we
that
called,
one.
Fall Guys. Yeah.
Yep.
What did
Best mobile. Oh, that's right. I said
We got
mobile.
that one wrong.
Oh, that's right. We said the
We
Genshin.
said Genshin, which I still think Genshin is significantly more important.
I
Mhm.
think we were right with best indie with Hades.
We did.
Oh yeah.
Best ongoing.
100% wrong.
I think I clicked No Man's Sky though.
You did not. We clicked
No,
Destiny.
you said it should be.
That's right. We went with Warzone.
Yeah.
Best games for impact. I think I know. I
think you just clicked Wayfair because you said Wayfair, whatever, or Star, whatever.
I think we were all wrong with best performance.
We were. I still think that Ashley was better than Laura. Don't get me. I mean, that's just me, but I don't know.
Best audio. I think this one threw us for a loop.
I think we said that was probably the one that was going to win, but we wanted it to be Ghosts.
Yeah.
Yes. For those who didn't know, Last of Us Part 2 won audio. And I think Last of Us Part 2 won everything that it was in a category for.
I think so.
Keyword to say, no, never mind. Best score in music, it lost there, but Final Fantasy won, which I think we were right with that one.
Did we call that one, or did we put Hades on that one?
I think we put Hades on that.
I know I put Hades on that one.
Was it... Maybe it was best game direction then. I know we put Final Fantasy for one of them.
Yeah, we did for something.
Oh, no. Score then.
Best art, yeah, we called that one.
Yep.
Best narrative, I think we agreed that was it was going to be Last of Us, but we picked
I think
Ghosts.
we voted Ghosts.
Yeah, we voted Ghosts on that.
Best game direction...
I don't even remember that we voted on this one at all.
This might have been when my web browser decided to just take a poop.
Oh, that could have been.
And then Game of the Year was a no-brainer. It was Last of Us.
Well,
I should say the winner was a no-brainer.
I would love
is another thing.
I would love to see the actual statistics for this one specifically.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Because what'd they say? The fan vote only counts for 10%.
If that, I think they're just being generous.
Okay, so that was my next question because I didn't know the answer. So there is the fan vote is just a fan vote, but there is still a board of judges or board of directors that actually makes the hard call.
Yeah. So for all for those at home, last episode, or was it last episode?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When we were going through the video game awards on their website, you could vote for your who you think the winner should be in each category. They had it specifically. There was they came out and said that for when you vote on that, only those fan votes count for 10% of the overall total of votes per category.
I like that advisory board just had two general companies on there.
Mm-hmm. Just Epic and Rockstar and Sony Entertainment.
Oh, and Valve. Good Lord.
Yeah. But they did have the fan choice for Game of the Year.
Oh, who won that?
That was Ghost.
Okay.
That's the one where it was
even
for the first round. It was the first place winner for it. Second round, first place winner. Third round, Last of Us 2 won the third round, and that's when Neil Druckmann made that stupid tweet about people go out and vote so the trolls can cry. So then it ended up being like something almost like 50% of people respondents for the final round voted for Ghosts.
Good. Which to a degree is good because Neil Druckmann had to give so many acceptance speeches. You could tell that he got bored.
Yep.
What else am I going to really say?
Especially for the final one when it was Game of the Year, and he's just like, this we knew this.
Yep.
I guess because he crowned it before, before the night.
The guy who is the head of Hello Games for No Man's Sky.
Yeah, when he was drunk. Or not drunk, but he poured himself a drink.
One because he was mid sip of I believe it was a Corona, if my memory serves. When they announced that he was the winner, and you could he kind of had to jerk and get done with the sip to say thank you. I think that was my favorite moment within the awards.
No, my favorite moment, hands down, was all the squad-based co-op shooters.
Right?
I can't believe it. We're gonna have so much content for the next year. Well,
how about next
2 years? Yeah.
How much of the actual award bit was live?
That's a great question.
Because I can guarantee 100% that Valkyrie knew that she won before the awards and pre-recorded it because she watched it live on stream with her people. And she was like, It was not like that was it was pre-recorded because as they watched it, all her roommates came in. So I wonder how many of those were actually done beforehand. Now, don't get me wrong. He still could have been drinking a Corona like when they were doing, the mock stuff beforehand.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was just too quick. It was just too quick for them to be able to turn everybody else off from a production standpoint, because I know what it takes at minimum, and they went so far ahead of things. So I think all of those were done previously and then were compiled into the awards. I don't know how live the awards were besides Jeff Keighley.
I think you're right. Well, I mean, you could even argue the whole audience interaction with the filters on Snapchat or TikTok, one of those Zoomer apps. The girl that had them up on the TV screen behind her, she just said a generic, "Wow, these are so good," in this time span of only like one half of the video was played, and then jumped to the next person. So like that felt very canned or shoehorned.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, we all know though that it's game ads with a side of awards.
There were so many ads. Holy shit!
Yeah.
There was a few exciting games throughout the night.
One other thing that needs to be brought up.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how the Game Awards themselves tried to promote as many people to stream it on Twitch? Yet every single ad had some type of DMCA copyright in it.
Yep. It was a brilliant move by them.
Every single one had some form of copyrighted music.
I think my favorite two ads back to back was one where a woman was able to figure out, and I think she was Australian or New Zealander. She was talking about how she found a way to use video games to get people out of dark places mentally, to help throughout the pandemic. And it's all about, finding inner peace and that fun stuff. And then the very next cut and game that they talk about is Outriders. And the gameplay strategy is being hyper-aggressive, violent, and make sure you kill so you can heal. And to me, I was just laughing at the polar opposites of trying to find this peace to get out of a dark place and then immediately flip to, just kill everything.
Gotta love when the PD doesn't think about that stuff.
Yep. Which is great. It leads to memorable moments like that, which you could almost argue might have been intentional. All right, so Go Away Awards. I have a list of games that were announced, but I don't really want to go through all of them. I'll only pick some highlights. What do you guys think of the next fighter for Smash Brothers?
Isn't the internet pissed that his sword takes up half the screen or something like that? I heard he's legitimately broke the game.
Well, he's not out yet, and on the 17th is when Sakurai will do his presentation to break down how he plays. So we'll know more then.
All I know is that
we'll see.
That's the only thing I remember from the show.
I swear to God, I was seeing things about his sword takes up over half
a character in a game that I do not have, nor do I plan on getting.
Ignore the main line of my timeline. Here's a photo to put it into perspective that Sakurai tweeted out on the 13th, showing Cloud standing across from Sephiroth on the map. And it's just, his sword is massive.
Nick said Sephiroth.
Yep.
You video game noob.
Blah, 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 blah.
I mean, that's twice as big. That's legitimately twice as big. Pixel for pixel, it's twice as big. It is the biggest sword in the game. And if you go off of anything like Marth and Roy's shit that takes up half the screen, the entire screen is gone with an over and B.
Yes. And then just the normal thing of LOL anime swordsman. I do hope that this means Final Fantasy, that Sephiroth will come with more than just 2 songs than Cloud did, because Cloud only came with 2. And Final Fantasy and Square in general has too many good songs to just only shipped to Smash Brothers with 2. So, there was a nice surprise of Perfect Dark getting another game.
If you can jump, I don't want to play it.
Casey and I were talking about Back for Blood, which is by the original makers of Left 4 Dead.
I'm not overly excited, but I'm pretty excited since they kind of started that revolution, and I think that it's. I also love the idea that they continue to play off of that. They just skipped 3,
Yes,
and just went to number 4. I think it's really funny.
All I can say is I want to see more. I like to see some gameplay, because it has potential. I like the fact that it's the original guys. There were certain parts of Evolve that I enjoyed, and it'll be interesting to see what they can do with it. But for now, I'm just gonna be more on the sideline watching.
I missed Evolve.
Yeah,
that game came out right when I moved away, and it's all I played for like 2 months.
It was cool. I remember playing it early on, or at least the beta, and that was about it. Next game, Hood, Outlaws and Legends, actually has me rather excited for and interested. It's a player versus environment where you have 2 teams of 2
I think it's 2 teams
heisting
of
through
4.
a map. Say that again?
I think it's 4.
Is it 4?
I think it's 4. All of the trailers were groups of 4 going up against. I could be wrong, but I think it's 4 on 4. The
reason why I went with 2 and 2 is just because it said PvPvE, so I can look more into that. But overall, I like the concept. Heisting in the medieval setting, fantasy setting, that's unique and something different, and that it is a co-op team versus another co-op team trying to make it through Vermintide with another team. So, I don't know, sign me up. That comes out May 7th, 2021, early access, barring, anything crazy. The next other exciting one is Warhammer 40K Darktide. What do you guys think of that one?
Yeah. Well, I know we talked about that one already.
My problem is they announced it 2 years ago. It went deaf.
Yep.
The game was already supposed to be out, and now they're like, hey, we're still actually making content for it, but we haven't updated our Facebook since September 2018.
Yep.
My only real issue with that game specifically is it appears to be an ogres, a sisters, and then 2 IG, which just doesn't. Why would you have 2 IG? You have plenty of other races you could have pulled from. Like, there's not even a Space Marine.
Yes. Yeah. Unless maybe that's something you unlock or it's going to be DLC.
It still shouldn't be 2 IG, though. Like,
I agree with that.
The one thing I did appreciate, though, is the big guy is actually taller than everything else in the game, including his camera. So, they actually kept that to scale, which I did appreciate.
Yes. For a topic that I want to save for another time and maybe another project, Warhammer has Unreal Tournament.
Warhammer?
Warframe?
Warframe is getting Unreal Tournament content. So you'll run around with the rocket launcher and 2 other guns, and I think there might be a few skins that you can run around with. Flat cannon. We're seeing the expansion of we're deep fully into the crossover era.
I just want a new Unreal Tournament.
No,
exactly.
Can't get that.
Place with Splinter Cell.
Nope.
All right. You want to talk about Arc 2, Casey?
I have decided that I want to play this game. I've also decided I'm pissed that whole trailer was Turok, and then it turned out to be Arc 2.
Yeah, Casey, while we were all watching it in our own homes or bar, Casey was like, "Oh, this is Turok," and I'm like, "Why is Vin Diesel there?"
Because Vin Diesel could be Turok, dude.
No, that's true. But my mind is still like, why is Vin Diesel here? And then, surprise, it's the sequel to Ark that I did not know that company was in good enough financials to make a sequel, because there's a lot of development disasters within the first game.
They're huge.
And I played the first game decently.
They're huge. Ark still has a very big player base, and then they made Atlas, which is the same thing but with pirates. Let's put it this way.
Oh, that's right.
Ark is so big that they're making Ark 2. They're making an Ark animated television series.
Yes.
And somehow, some way, not only is Vin Diesel the main character of Ark 2, quote unquote, even though there is no real story or anything behind Ark, it's just, survival. Somehow Vin Diesel is a game director on Ark 2.
Yes.
And by I realize that sounded like I'm shitting on Vin Diesel. He was the first, as far as I'm concerned, the first major celebrity to come out as a massive nerd. It is very well known that Vin Diesel is a die-hard Dungeons and Dragons fan. This has been known for a long time.
That's an accurate statement. I was about to say, in the sense of a celebrity with video games, I was going to say Kurt Schilling with... it's getting a remaster called Re-Reckoning.
Kingdoms of Amalur?
Yeah, that was Kurt Schilling. Schilling's company.
The pitcher?
Yeah.
Are we considering sports people celebrities?
I don't think Kurt Schilling is as big a celebrity as Vin Diesel. If you ask,
I'm not
if we
comparing.
were to take 100 people out on the street
I'm
and
not
say,
gonna
hey,
lie.
you know who's Vin Diesel? People would be like, oh, yeah, family.
The only reason I know who Kurt Schilling is because of the failed 2K11, I think, when they started the pitch a perfect game.
Oh yeah.
And I think it was Kurt Schilling was the main person.
Yep.
Now, you saying that, I do remember that Kurt Schilling is a big nerd, but I still think that Vin is the first double A-list actor that came out of I play D&D in my trailer when I shoot movies.
Yes, that's why I started to interject and add Kurt Schilling, but more of as you expanded on what you were saying, Vin was, that is an accurate statement.
You scrolled past the two big ones.
No, not Evil. Well, Evil West looks like
Evil Dead the game, and then Ghosts and Goblins.
Oh yeah, Ghosts. Yep. I don't know, Steve. You're excited for Evil Dead?
Hell yeah! I don't know. I mean,
Evil.
It has Bruce Campbell back in it as Ashley Williams. It looks like it has a couple of the actors and actresses from the TV show and other movies, and I think be interesting.
I think they took Friday the 13th and made it.
I think so too.
Which I'm totally okay with, because I'm surprised that the Friday the 13th game is dead now. I really am.
When I was reading the one little reveal they had about the game, at least press release, was saying that it will be not just player versus environment for it, but it will be full blown. Four players versus other 4 players and the environment, and you get to be different deadites that could potentially possess players. It's a weird mechanic. I don't know how that's going to work, but I think that's actually a cool concept that we haven't really seen too much of. Where you get to screw with another player online by possessing them.
Yeah. I was going to say the closest I could think of would be Left 4 Dead Versus, where you spawn as the special zombies.
Right.
What you're saying is direct control of the person.
Yes. Yeah, they get locked out of the game and you could, take over their character.
I'm okay with that.
So random sidebar, Kurt Schilling's company, 38 Studios, went bankrupt and got bought by THQ.
Yes. Which then, 2 years later, announced bankruptcy?
No, this is THQ Nordic. They're still around.
Oh, that's true. That's fair.
They were the ones that actually re-released Kingdoms of Amalur.
Okay. Makes sense. They have the rights.
Interesting.
Yeah, I remember Kingdoms of Amalur tanked that studio so quickly.
It was a good game.
I think it was weird because I remember I remember reviews saying that it felt like a MMO, but a single player.
Correct. That's actually what the purpose was.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection looks great.
Casey's excited.
Mm-hmm. How's the schools on wine?
Man, what a sick trailer, though, just to get disappointed by what it actually was.
Yep. Could you imagine if they were doing a remaster or a remake of Oblivion?
mean, is
they
that
re-release
wanted?
Skyrim every
I
time.
don't know if that's a thing.
I don't know.
I know some people have been saying.
I was under the full assumption it was Elder Scrolls 6. I was
Yep.
just so convinced because the trailer was so damn good.
Nope, it's online.
The one game that I'm most excited for that came out of the Game Awards was It Takes Two by the same creator as A Way Out.
I don't know.
I'm excited to see what.
I don't know.
I'll share the trailer later. It's another co-op 2-person, slightly asymmetric
It's
game.
Bug Snacks for 2 people.
Sign us up.
The big reveal was Mass Effect, so I'm pretty excited to see what will happen next.
So this is an official. This is part 4, but they're not calling it 4.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
They're calling it Andromeda 2.
Oh god, Electric Boogaloo!
Yeah.
Fire everyone on the development team.
I called Nick, if it was the next day, and I'm like, yeah, but Nick, the last Mass Effect, I don't care.
Mm-hmm. I think I was very confrontational in that call.
You got very mad at me.
Yeah.
You raised your voice. Because I kept cutting you off, though.
Just let me speak. Let me have
Oh,
Batman
man.
say the F word.
Speaking of yeah, okay, fine. Batman's going to say it.
He's going to say the F word.
At least he
Justice
gets
League
to.
Snyder Cut may get a theatrical release, R-rated version where Batman says the F word. So I'm slightly confused overall because I read this article a few times. Unless something changed, I thought PG-13 allowed you to get away with one F word.
It does.
Yeah.
So I don't know why it would get rated R. I think maybe like somewhere Snyder was saying like with the combination of the violence and him saying the F word, it might get R-rated.
Let's keep in mind that the MPAA is garbage.
It is.
And it involves literally 2 priests and like 3 random house moms, 2 Karens, and like a dude from a grocery
and a
store.
partridge in a pear tree.
Hell yeah.
If you're not a sponsor in any way, shape, or form, I don't know if you can find the movie. If you're listening to this, when you're done with the podcast, which is not now because we're in the middle of it, go and watch This Movie Is Not Yet Rated and just get ready to hate the MPAA and how ridiculously horrible it is.
It's the same thing with the
ESRB.
That and what's the music one?
What's your
RIA?
question?
No, not the RIA. Is that it? Whoever is the ratings board for music.
There's a ratings board for music. I mean, the
The
industry
parental
don't even know
advisory
this.
stickers that you get. That would be on,
It'd
used to be on CDs.
That would probably come from the RIA then,
Yeah,
or Sony.
same thing with that. They were useless.
So who's excited for Batman to say the F word?
Not me.
I am. He should be the one who should say it.
I want Superman to say
No.
it.
If there's a franchise that can get away with swearing excessively, it's the Batman,
It's Batman,
franchise. Like
yeah.
without a doubt, all those messed up dudes in Arkham should be able to swear their heads off.
Mm-hmm.
And if Batman, who is not a superhero, should totally be allowed to say it with no repercussions.
Which, in Batman vs. Superman, he's not portrayed as a good guy, really.
No, I'm not saying he's a bad guy, but he is not a
Right.
superhero, much like Frank Castle is not a superhero. Frank Castle is also very much created to only care about vengeance and shouldn't be considered good in any way, shape, or form.
Nope.
Correct.
But people
he was-
love to have the Punisher on the back of their truck with their truck nuts because they're idiots.
He was created during like the moral gray area after the lengthy period of clear good versus evil. in
He's
comic
Marvel's
books.
bad boy.
I'd say that's more Deadpool. I was about to say
No.
Daredevil.
No, Deadpool is Marvel's. I don't give a feck.
No, both of them are for the edgelords out there so that they can say, look at me, Dad, I'm tough like you. Nah, everybody out there, no offense if either of those heroes are your favorite.
No, if Punisher's your favorite hero, you really got to understand what a comic book is. Deadpool, on the other hand, is super. He actually does have powers that are supernatural, so that one does make sense.
I mean, really,
Yeah.
comedian should be everyone's favorite superhero.
Absolutely.
Calendar Man. He's evil. He's
Polka
a villain.
Dot Man.
He's a villain.
Polka Dot Man, I'm actually excited for.
I cannot wait for that.
I really do hope Warner Brothers fulfills their HBO announcement.
Yeah.
But we'll see, because I think there's like 20 different lawsuits against it now.
Yep.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Warner Brothers made the announcement that their entire movie slate for 2021 will also be available day of theatrical release on HBO Max for, I think, 2 or 3 weeks.
Yep.
Of no extra charge. And that actually sounds pretty cool. I was actually tempted to get HBO Max.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to talk about that with you guys because it'd be perfect for what we do.
Yeah. There's a lot of movies on that list that I would have never cared to go see that I would have watched.
Like Dune.
Yeah, I mean Dunk.
Dunk.
The movie studios, specifically Dune's studio, was the first to sue, saying, yeah, you can't do this. You didn't talk to us. So it'd be interesting to see if Warner Brothers thought this one through or not.
I would love to know the actual law between what a production company can and can't do.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because I've only ever worked on small films where it's never been a thing. But I would love to know, like, where the legitimate
is in charge of the distribution, then
they should be completely legal to do what they want.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
I would love
a small ace in the hole.
I would love to actually know the real law behind that.
The best way would be following this lawsuit.
I mean, you got to imagine that they're not doing anything illegal because they wouldn't do it. They're just doing they're making a decision that hurts the movie company. And even then, does it really hurt them?
Theoretically, no, because that means more people are there to watch it, and it's also a timed window for you to watch it, so you can still make up those digital Blu-ray sales.
Let's call it the way it is. Is it ad free?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we know that it's ad free?
It's HBO Max.
That doesn't mean anything.
Really?
Yeah, there's commercials on HBO. There's just not nearly as many. And they're in between episodes. They're not in the middle of episodes.
This is only through their streaming service.
Correct. But you can still have ads. You can have Hulu and have ads if you don't pay for the extra Hulu that doesn't have ads. But what I'm saying is, in like this new world where things are now coming to your house sooner than later, you have to assume the ads are going to be twice as long and you can't fast forward through them.
Yeah.
Like, at minimum, they're still going to get their trailer time, which is what will make them money. If they don't, then that's just them making a bad business move.
Yeah, you know what? That would be actually interesting to see if they did unskippable 5 minutes of unskippable ads at the beginning.
And then have a pay tier to remove those.
Not even a pay tier. Just be like, hey, if this happens, you still have to watch trailers like you went to the theater.
Yeah.
Because the theater isn't making money off of the ads before it. That's just like in the movie. Like they don't.
Yeah, that's part of the pre-roll.
Yeah, let me assume that. I guess I can't speak 100%. I'm under the thought of that's just there and it doesn't change. But if you're doing it online,
usually those ads are done by the theater chain itself.
Okay, well if they're done by the theater chain, then they are making money off the ads.
Yeah.
So then in that case, as long as there's still ads on HBO, then it should equal out in the end. As long as here's what matters. As long as on the back end, which the normal people will never know, as long as HBO is paying the same licensing fee as AMC or Regal, then this problem's completely irrelevant.
Yes.
This is a whole thing that we've talked about this a lot of times. It's like, man, I would really love to know the inner workings of all of this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hyped about this.
About Chris Pine starring in a new Dungeons and Dragons movie.
I'm pretty excited.
I really hope Vin Diesel somehow gets on board.
He has to. He just has to.
Yeah. Like even
and
if it's a cameo.
Joe Manganiello or whatever his name is. Manganiello, yeah, that's it.
What's the over-under of Matt Mercer being in this for like a cameo?
You know, you
I'd say 50.
you have to hope fairly high, or at least is in
Yeah.
some way like on the creative team, which I'm sure he's not, but you would hope that he would at least either get a voiceover or actually be a character in this.
Right.
All I know
It
is
is
the
strong.
original D&D movie should just not be called Dungeons and Dragons because it really wasn't, but it was the fantasy thing at the time. And the second
Watch.
movie just nobody remembers because you shouldn't.
Felicia Day is the one that gets the cameo over Matt Mercer.
That'd be weird. I mean, it wouldn't be the worst, but I hope it's good. I hope it's... My real question for this is if you're making a D&D movie, I hope that you actually make it based off of characters that are in the D&D lore as opposed to trying to write something new.
Yeah, that's where I'm very intrigued to see what they do, because hearing new Dungeons and Dragons movie, there's many ways that you could do it. Like you're saying, focus on what's already in existing Dungeons and Dragons lore, or you make some original content, Donut Steel, or you could even go the Lego movie route where you think that you're in the fantasy world, and then you get pulled out at the end realizing that it was a kid playing with his dad's Legos.
I mean, they kind of did that with the animated show.
Okay.
Kind of. But, like, the real kids from the real world did get sucked into the D&D world.
Or it could just be like Warcraft.
Jumanji would be closer. But they were, like, literally in D&D world. Like, they weren't in their actual...
Okay.
Yeah, New Jumanji.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It took
New
me a moment,
Jumanji.
too, because I was like, no, they didn't do that.
Yeah.
I went to board game, Robin Williams one. Rip.
No, which is what you should, because also that's what that word Jumanji should reference to. I should have said New Jumanji.
I would love if this new movie was either Baldur's Gate or Curse of Strahd based, because those are two very well set in stone storylines that could just be really cool to see and could get people to wanting to play the game because they're so well written or something. And like, Forgotten Realms, like an Eberron thing would be cool.
We should try and get a campaign going to see if we can get Steve to voice a Kenku in this,
Why?
because it would be funny.
Kenkus weren't around at that point in time.
Okay, that's true. I'm just sort of throwing it out because it was hilarious watching Steve play a Kenku.
You get frustrated with people?
Yeah.
So no idea what Chris Pine is going to be in this movie, but I think he could make it work.
Handsome
without
young
issue.
man.
Young man, Chris Pine's like 40.
You don't need to look it up.
Yeah, 1980.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of superheroes, and Disney Plus and streaming and stuff, Marvel and Star Wars announced a ton of shows.
If you don't have Disney Plus, you better jump the F on it.
Yeah, well, even more so because in March or after March, they're upping their rates to like $9 a month.
Damn.
Yeah.
Again,
That's a lot of
anyone
dough.
who if you don't have this right now, just get the whole thing with Hulu and everything in it. You're just gonna be happier.
Yep.
I promise you.
Yep.
Yep.
You know why? Because Digimon's on Hulu, and I'm watching the crap out of it right now.
Nice.
Fair play. Not what I was expecting you to say, but all right.
That's what I'm here for.
You really threw me off with that. All right. Real quick before we jump into all the announcements, did they announce anything about what's going on with Black Widow?
No, not that I'm aware of. I totally forgot.
The movie that does not exist. Nope.
That's not helpful.
Nope. Nope. May 7th it's coming out.
Yeah. All right. They're trying for May 7th, 2021, Black Widow in theaters.
I still think they should have pulled released it on Disney Plus, like they did the rental feature. But
Oh, God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 things from Marvel in 2021.
Because they
Wait.
went a whole year and didn't do anything.
wait, hold
Yeah,
on.
I know.
Spider-Man 3 is supposed to come out in December of next year.
Yeah.
Have they even started filming?
Yeah, they've been filming. Remember, there's that photo shoot of
Oh,
Tom
yeah.
Holland in
Yeah.
a Spider-Man outfit with a
Yeah,
mask
with the mask
out.
on. That's right.
Yeah. I'm wearing double masks. Okay, kid.
So wait, that comes out before Multiverse of Madness. huh?
No, Yeah, I guess so. Based on this list here, even though that's technically required reading.
From what they've been speculating, at least.
Yeah,
It's
from my
Marvel. The
understanding
movies
is
don't match the timeline.
Yeah.
WandaVision is required reading for Doctor Strange 2, and then Doctor Strange 2 is required reading for Spider-Man 3.
At least that's what they've been saying.
Yes.
It's gonna be
Next.
nope. You'll realize it after it comes out.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
I know exactly. I just figured out what they're going to do with it.
Call it right now.
Okay, they're going to use the Spider-Man 3 to introduce the concept of how Wanda's been screwing up the timeline and multiverse. That's how we're going to get supposedly Tobey Maguire,
Andrew Garfield,
what's his face, Alfred Molina, and
Jamie Foxx.
Sure, not who I was going for. But that's how we're going to get all of them, and that's where Doctor Strange is going to pop up as the mentor to Parker, or to
navigate the Spider-Verse.
Kind of. I think he's going to be brought in to go, hey, what the hell's going on here?
No.
Steve of the Sinkhole Podcast called it 10:27 p.m. on 12/15/2020.
I forgot we're also getting Venom 2 Morbius next year.
Yeah. Nick, you got to consume the media.
Rich right now.
Oh, yeah, Eternals is still coming out at some point.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. Yep. I am excited though for WandaVision. I think that actually looks good. Should be fun. I'm curious to see how much of a disaster Falcon and Winter Soldier is.
That's confident.
Yes.
Seems like it's a fan piece.
Yeah. Loki though, that looks solid.
Loki does look good.
Dude, did you guys catch that in the trailer? Loki is DB Cooper.
Yes, right away. Immediately I knew. I
love it.
No.
So stupid.
What else we got?
But no, most of the stuff coming out next year though is TV or is Disney Plus.
Correct. Or it might end up on there somewhere.
What? Except for Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is supposed to be July 9th. What?
It was technically supposed to be February.
Really?
Originally. Yeah, but Rona.
Yeah, I got that, but I didn't even. Again, another film that I didn't know that they even filmed.
No, yeah, they're filming it out in Aussie land or New Zealand. I can't remember.
You know it's called Australia, right?
No, it's Prison Planet.
Oh, okay. All right. What else is coming out, Nick? Go.
Big logos. We got Moon Knight. We got Secret Invasion. We got Ironheart. We got Armor Wars.
Well, we should specify what 6 of these are Disney Plus exclusive shows.
Correct.
And or specials.
Before, including Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special and I Am Groot, all on Disney Plus. I'm only excited for Secret Invasion. Oh, wait, no, correction. Moon Knight also because Oscar Isaac is involved.
Is he supposed to be the Moon Knight?
I don't remember.
Oh.
Also, I'm pretty deep in my Christmas spell.
Nice. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of stuff coming from Marvel in the next couple of years. I guess we should go to the other big ones.
Star Wars. Oh, I guess Lucasfilm, because there's a few.
Because there's Willow.
I'm
Children's
pumped
Blood
for
and Bone.
Willow.
And
Really?
Indiana Jones.
Why Willow?
I like Willow a lot. Were you not a Willow
Willow's
fan?
a great movie.
I never watched it. I'm not even.
What?
I
You
know
should-
it exists, but that's it.
You should watch Willow. Willow's very
Yeah.
good.
It is. It's just good fantasy.
Okay. What do you guys think of the announced shows for the Star Wars universe?
Well, I mean, we knew Andor was coming. We knew Obi-Wan Kenobi.
We knew Bad
series.
Batch.
Yeah, Bad Batch.
Bad Batch looks
so
good.
The Acolyte is new. Rogue Squadron is new. Droid is new. Lando, we all had an assumption.
Mm-hmm.
Mandalorian is very obviously. The fact that Ahsoka's getting one is really interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
There is one thing that has been pointed out by a lot of people, and I'm going to point it out here. people at home, look up the Star Wars Ahsoka image, because the font that they use and the design for her name for the title is the next, or what do they call it? I call it just the World Between Worlds images from my episode 7 and 8 stuff that I incorporated. But yeah, they're going to be doing the time travel thing, it looks like.
Yeah, Steve called it.
Interesting.
Which
I wouldn't
blows
have
my
known that.
mind.
At least that's what it looks like from that. Obviously, anything can happen between now and whenever that comes out. But it's interesting to see the font and directly know that the O in her name is a portal that they show I've already shown in the TV shows. So
Now, I have not followed, but do we know if Dave Filoni's involved?
I don't know, but I'm assuming he will be because it's his character. And
Right. That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking. The Accolade actually has me excited because it looks like it should follow a Sith. I did read, though, that it will be takes place in the High Republic era, and it's at the tail end when the High Republic falls. So, sounds like it could have potential really good material to work with.
do we know if that's live action or is that going to be animated? Because the only ones that we know for fact are going to be live are the Andor, Ahsoka, Rangers of the New Republic. Well, I'm assuming Rangers will be.
Sparked some theories about Darth Plagueis and the Sith Order.
Rogue Squadron's live.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with the video game.
Boo.
I mean, that's probably a good thing.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's not like a lot of meat and potatoes in there. I don't know. It doesn't say if Accolade is supposed to be live action or not.
But because all I'm thinking is the budget for any live action show is pretty high, especially one set in the Star Wars universe.
Because isn't Mandalorian like $6 million an episode? I might be lowballing that, honestly.
Dude, they make
I haven't
money
heard,
back
but
hand over foot.
that would make sense.
Yeah.
But
Do you think they'll bring in the solo cast into Lando?
if it's a,
Yeah, did they say when it takes place?
I do not recall off the top of my
I mean,
head.
if that's how they want to continue those characters those characters, if that's how they want to continue it, is like a young, Lando. But it's a lot of these seem to be moving away from. Well, no, not necessarily. 2 of the shows seem to be moving away from the original trilogy, while Andor, Obi-Wan take place right before. Who knows? I don't know where I'm going with that statement.
Hell yeah.
Let's talk about the real issue here.
Go on.
Indiana Jones?
Harrison Ford's too old to do Indy.
Chris Pratt.
He's too old. And that hurts me to say.
Yeah.
Tom Holland.
Just realize you screwed up with Crystal Kingdom. It never should have happened. Shia LaBeouf was a bad idea. You don't.
He was terrible.
You don't need to make a 5th just so you could do one more movie with Harrison Ford. I will then
Shia
go to the
LaBeouf.
death where Harrison Ford, this will be his last major
Right.
motion picture, and you will see him on Hallmark before the end of 2021.
Ooh.
He's going to be the
Speaking of
dad to
Hallmark,
Candace
Casey.
Cameron. Dude, did you watch it?
No, but was it worth it?
Yes.
Did you get the chicken, though?
I did not. I did not get the chicken. Brian might have said 15 minutes of my life I'm never going to get back. I like to think of it as 15 great minutes.
I have yet to watch it,
Watch it.
but I want to.
You have to. I don't know what Children of Blood and Bone is. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I think
sounds scary.
Visions is supposed to be Star Wars' What If series, if I remember
think
correctly.
so.
Huh.
I think Children of Blood and Bone, I want to say is a book series.
That sounds like a book.
It sounds very much Lucas
I wonder if
someone was
Star Wars
talking about
Visions
it.
is going to adapt that comic series they did.
Oh yeah.
There's one where they did one for each of the episode 4, 5, and 6, and I think it's at the. I think it's at the what they did for the episode, for Return of the Jedi is incredibly on the nose, and they turn Vader early on in the story, and they give him white armor.
What?
Yeah.
So I know nothing about this statement that I'm about to make. There's stuff going around right now of one of these shows, movies, whatever, is fixing an issue with Darth Vader.
What?
It was something about like
Vader?
it was something about Hayden Christensen coming back fixes an issue with
Obi-Wan.
Darth. Is that what it is?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
Obi-Wan.
Yeah, Hayden Christensen is coming back in Obi-Wan Kenobi series.
But what is the issue that it's fixing?
I got no clue.
Okay.
None. You know what it might actually be? Is because obviously in Revenge of the Sith, they mention nothing of Ahsoka.
Oh, okay.
And since she was introduced after the fact, and because there might just be a flashback, or however they're bringing in the character, they're probably going to have him reference blah.
Okay.
Blah.
I
That's
saw
the
that
only
out.
thing I could guess from it, but no idea.
Yay.
Lots of
I
Star
don't
Wars.
even have any guesses of how that show is even going to be.
I
It's just
don't
gonna
know
be, it's just
either.
going to be Ewan McGregor in the desert.
I'd watch it.
I mean, I'm still going to watch it, but yeah, it's just okay. He's in the desert. What's he
I remember
doing?
original fan theories was saying just make it a Western style movie.
Firefly
So The Mandalorian?
meets Star Wars.
Yeah.
So the Mandalorian.
Yeah. It works.
Yeah, but you can't have all the properties be that.
Watch
Or
me.
could you?
So that's everything in the past week in a nutshell.
We didn't talk about a droid story. I don't know what the hell that is.
Bug Snacks, the movie.
Bug Snacks, yeah.
But yes.
I'm assuming
Bug
it's a
Snacks.
C-3PO R2-D2 love story.
Aw,
It'll probably involve those two somehow, and then
I think
branch
BB-8's
off
in
into
it.
like Dio and
Ugh.
Gonk Droid.
Hell yeah. Give me a entire show. Well, you know what it would be cool is if a droid story is like a faux nature documentary, but about the droids in Star Wars.
I would watch the ever-living crap out of that show.
Right?
Give me 30 minutes on mouse droids,
Right? That's all
and I
want.
would love every second of it.
What?
I just
What if
make it
and this
happen,
won't
Disney.
work because Disney Plus will only go up to PG-13. But what if it is a group of droids trying to survive being hunted down by Jawas? And it's like a
I'd watch the shit out of that too.
Bring in David Attenborough for one last role.
It's just 2 hours of the sensor droid on Hoth just going around trying to listen to something. What? Wait, do I hear something? No, I don't. And then just
beeps
keeps
and
going
whistles.
along.
And then it has there'll be a special episode that's has the opening tag of some viewers might find the following disturbing, and it's the one that tortures droids in Jabba's palace.
Dude. Oh my God. Disney, you can take our ideas, just understand that at 10:41
Just give us a
p.m. on
credit.
12/15/2020, we called your show.
And then I think Rogue Squadron is somehow going to not be good. Calling it right now. I think that's going to be the weakest out of all of
So
them.
it's going to be a weird thing. Like, they almost have to film it like a...
Because is it a movie or is it
It's
a
a movie.
show?
It's the actual. It's the.
Oh, is
it's
it?
the next movie.
Okay.
Christmas 2023 is the next official movie.
Which
will
one is
be-
Patty Jenkins on?
That's Rogue Squadron.
that
Okay.
one.
She's directing that.
So
Okay.
that's the next official movie.
So when they had that like ad trailer thing, I wasn't paying attention for the first bit of it, So I thought it was like Patty Jenkins talking about Top Gun 2.
That's what I'm saying. They're gonna be.
And I'm
It's
like,
it's
oh, I
gonna
didn't know
it's
Patty
gonna have
Jenkins
to be
was
some
involved
kind
in
of a
this.
weird
This is great.
dogfight movie.
Yeah, I mean, I have long been a fan of the idea of just give me more space battles in my Star Wars
What?
and ones that make sense. Looking at you, sequel trilogy.
Looking at you, audio inside every time they're shooting lasers in space, which it should just be silent.
Looking at you.
But we have a couple friend who has a young daughter who I don't even think is 2. She might be just under. She's right around 2. I think she's under 2 though. And they're a big nerd family, so she knows Lord of the Rings and stuff. So if you ask her to say what sound does a dragon make, she just goes ah, like she's breathing out fire, which is adorable. But she just learned the other day what sound does a stormtrooper make. She goes,
oh, no.
pew pew, and it's fantastic.
The correct answer is the Wilhelm scream.
The correct answer is poo. I missed.
Here, I thought it was going to be a thud because the stormtrooper that hit his head on the door.
The dunk.
Do you ever watch that documentary?
There's a whole documentary dedicated.
There's
to
a documentary of
Yes.
these college film students were trying to find the actor who bonked his head on the door because he's not actually credited in the movie.
Amazing. Did they find him?
They did. I don't remember what the movie's called, but there is a movie entirely about trying to find that guy.
I need to find this.
It's good. Worth the watch.
Fun.
So, yeah, I think that covers just about everything. I called a thing, so that happens.
And you predicted another thing they'll probably be right, unless it's regarding an asteroid.
No.
Ooh,
I'm done with
sick
those predictions.
burn.
I'm done with those predictions. Thank you.
Thank you all so much for listening to our random ramblings and stuff we got going here. Again, please make sure that you like and comment on your podcatcher of choice. Check us out on Facebook at the SNK Hole, or on Instagram at the Sinkhole, and our YouTube channel if you just search the Sinkhole, because we don't have nearly enough videos nor subscribers to get the custom URL right now. But we are working on stuff for 2021 to give you guys a shit ton of content.
Hey, watch your language. It's shit.
You can say the T word. It's not a bad word.
Oh.
FCC doesn't hit you on that one.
What?
What?
It doesn't make sense.
What?
Just go with it.
Thank you, Echo Strike, for the use of our intro song, Echo Strike, on the album Clear Path.
No. That was so wrong.
I'm trying so hard not to.
Echo Strike for the song Clear Paths on the album Echo Strike.
I gave it a roll.
On that note, everybody, good night.
Let the feeling go to all universal principles. It's time to lose control and get a little emotional. It's ending now, but hold on.
Oh, God, even Steve got his outro wrong, too. That was great.